expecting to meet someone on my first day at uni, far from it actually. I had an induction session for my course. There were quite a number of people there. If it had been one of the smaller rooms, I would have been panicking a little bit, but since it was a lecture hall, which is a fairly large room, I managed to handle myself okay. Time flew by fairly quickly, soon it was lunchtime. Thankfully, the canteen wasn't too crowded, and I even managed to get a table all to myself. I was just about to take a bite of my sandwich when suddenly, excuse me, I looked up to see who said that. I saw a guy standing right in front of me, really cute guy. Yes? Is anyone sitting here? I'm sorry? I said, is anyone sitting here? No, it's just me. Can I sit with you then? My jaw dropped. In all my years of eating lunch alone, no one had ever asked to sit with me. Go ahead. I watched as he sat opposite me and began eating. What was this guy up to? I'm Greg, by the way. Taylor. Are you here for the creative writing induction too? Yes, I am. Really, I don't remember seeing you at the lecture. Oh, I sat near the front. Okay. I was at the back. That's always the best place to sit. You know why? I shook my head, no. Because the seats at the back are usually the cheapest. I think it was supposed to be a joke, sorry, I wasn't quite sure. But I decided to take a chance and laugh at it anyway. Oh, ha! You know, you're the first person I've ever met that's laughed at that. And then he smiled.
I've always wanted to experience a meet cute with someone, much like the ones that happen in all those classic rom-coms my mum's obsessed with. And today's the day I finally got my wish. I had an induction session for my course. I was not happy with the fact that it started at 8 in the morning. I was much too tired to pay attention to most of the stuff being said. Soon, we were off to the canteen for lunch. Most of the tables were full, so I had to sit by myself. I was just about to take a bite of lunch when suddenly, excuse me, I looked up and saw a guy standing in front of me. A very handsome looking one too. So handsome that it kind of caught me off guard a little bit. Oh, hello there. Hello. Is anyone sitting there yet? No? At least not yet. Are you expecting someone? Well, that depends. On what? On whether you're going to sit down? Would you be alright with that? Am I? He sat down opposite me and began eating. I'm Ruby. Hi, Ruby. I'm Craig. So, Craig, what course are you doing? Creative writing. No way, that's what I'm doing too. Really? I don't remember seeing you at the lecture. Well, I don't remember seeing you there either. Oh, I was sat at the back. It's always the best place to sit. It is. Why? Because the seats at the back are usually the cheapest. Wow, that's pretty bad. Hey, that's one of my best jokes. Well, if that's your best, then I'd hate to hear your worst. I have, there's been plenty of people who have laughed at that. Sure, dude. Sure. And we just kept on talking like that.
Strange, isn't it? If this had been anyone else, they likely wouldn't have even bothered speaking to me. But this Greg guy, he just kept on talking for 10 more minutes. 10 minutes? I never had a conversation go on that long before. Most, if not all, conversations I have with anyone tend to go a bit like this. Hi. Hello. How are you? Fine. Well, bye. Bye. And then they walk away. My mum says I should start conversations by telling people about myself, and then that way they will understand why I'm being quiet. I've never been too sure how to do that. I mean, it's not as if I'm completely silent. I do occasionally give one-answered words to the questions I'm asked. I know she means well, but the thing my mum doesn't seem to understand is that something as simple as small talk is difficult for me to do, and then talking about my condition would likely be just as hard, maybe even more so. I have no idea how I'd bring something like that up, honestly. It'd be easier for me to wear a big sign around my neck that reads, "Hi, I'm Taylor, I was born with autism spectrum disorder, please approach with caution." I was mostly silent with Greg too. Whenever it looked like he was about to stop talking, I'd quickly put some food in my mouth. That way I'd have a convenient excuse not to be saying anything. I don't think he noticed. At least I hope he didn't.
He's a bit of a dork, but he's also a very cute dork. I had a lot of fun chatting up with him. I've been told by friends that I can be a bit of a chatterbox, but he can seem to mind. We mainly talked about all the stuff that's going on during Freshers Week. I made sure to take note of the ones he was most enthusiastic for, so I could coincidentally run into him.
It wasn't long before the lunch break was over. After Greg had finished eating, he stood up and said goodbye. As he left, he said he had a nice time chatting with me. It's likely he was lying, but at least he was nice to me. I wanted to go back with him, but I'd just finished eating my lunch and there was too much of it left to justify throwing it away. I don't even know why I bought salad. I don't like salad. I tried to look for Greg on my way back to the lecture hall. It took some time, but eventually I spotted him right at the back in the cheap seats. Unfortunately, I couldn't approach him because he was chatting with a ginger-haired girl with freckles. I mean, it would have been rude of me to interrupt their conversation just so I could try to talk to him again, right? I took my place at the front of the class and I listened to the teacher talk about I swear, I'm usually very good at paying attention to things. It's just this one time, my mind was elsewhere.
Before I knew it, the lunch break was over, and it was time to go back. He'd finished eating before I did, so he was the first to leave the table. I did my best to eat as fast as I could so I could go back with him, but by the time I was done, he was nowhere to be seen. I made my way back to the lecture hall, and I spotted Craig at the back of the room talking to some ginger-haired girl with freckles. I went right over and reintroduced myself to him, casually sliding in front of the girl, being careful not to push her too hard. Just a little nudge, not full-on shove. So, this is where you ran up to. Excuse me? I wanted to walk back with you, but you left the canteen in such a hurry, I thought it was an emergency or something. Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you weren't deleted. Oh, no, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I soon asked Craig to introduce me to the ginger-haired freckled girl, since it would have been rude to not at least acknowledge her presence. Turns out her name is Stella, and she's doing a combined degree in creative writing and drama studies. That's actually kind of impressive. I couldn't imagine doing 2 different subjects at once. That would mean my workload would be doubled, and that's not something I'd ever want to go through. I was so annoyed that I couldn't sit next to him for the rest of the session. I planned to, but that Stella chick took the empty seat next to him. Hopefully, I won't be seeing much of her this year. She might be a bit resentful about what happened. I know I would be. But I didn't want to take a chance that you'd forget all about it. Next time we meet, I've had to make sure all his attention is on me.
I'm sure for other people, they wouldn't have thought twice about what just happened. It'd just be a normal occurrence for them. But for someone like me who's not used to having friendly chats with people, it was the most bizarre experience of my life. I'm glad I laughed at his joke now. I wouldn't have seen his smile otherwise. It seemed so genuine. What can I say? It's not something I'm used to.